All right, guys, we are back in camp. We have got the truck leveled out. You've seen me do it 1,000 times. No reason to watch it again. We've got the deltas charging. We'll do a little, I'll show you a little screenshot and we'll do some close-ups on it on how it's working with the new ecoflow, the alternator charger, which highly recommend. It's a little fidgety, a little bit, you got to fool with it sometimes, but highly recommend it. It's going to take 10 minutes. It'll have all three of them back up to 100%. We'll be good to go. So now we have the top ecoflow outputting on the AC side, which is actually charging the bottom one here. Once this gets down a little bit lower, the alternator charger should kick back on. And there it goes, ramping up. So it's going to put in, what, 785, but we're pulling out 1,232 to get this one down here, 1,300, 1,250 going in. So once these are back up to 100, then this guy will keep charging, because this will get much lower quicker. So it will run for a little while longer. I'm going to let everything get topped up to 100 and then shut her down. Let's get this set up and let's get the show on the road. It's going to be great. This is the OVS 270 awning. So unhook everything here. And we'll just bring it all around like we did. Now, except, got a bunch of branches in the way. I don't think this will hurt anything. Just push them out of our way. Ooh, just made it. Just made it. Perfect. What we did was installed an eyelet right here to hold this. Should be good. Yeah, so we put the other eyelet right up here. There it is. But it has legs here that can be deployed. Maybe we'll just do one of them just because, you know, to give it some more rigidity, you know, and then you could stake it down. Not a problem. I guess we can leave this one up just because, since I took the time to put it down, but there's also one here and there's one back here in the back, which more than likely I probably won't ever use because it is kind of almost in the way. I don't know. We'll see. All right, I bought some more of these lights. These are the ones that hang on the bottom of my tent when it's folded out. They're a little shorter, so I bought the longer ones, and we're going to try and mount those up here on these rails. We'll put it here, right kind of in the middle, where it should be out of the way. There, press it into place, and set it to auto. I think we're going to put one right here for the fridge. You know, when the fridge slides out, it'll be, even though the fridge has lights in it, it's just a little nicer to have some additional lighting, I think. And so I think we'll switch this one around like that. And the idea is to get as much light in here as possible. Perfect. I feel like I want one inside the truck too, because this little light here, if you can see it, is pretty much worthless. Well, check it out. I was able to put it inside the, you know, the hanger holder, you know, for clothes and things like that. And it's a snug fit. It grabs it perfectly. I could do it on both sides if I wanted. All right, I'm happy with that. So this is the OG Devos light 1200 version 1. So it's still the USB-C model. I'm sorry, USB micro. And it doesn't last as long. It doesn't charge as quick. But so I've converted it, and it just is gonna hang right here. just like that. Be a cooking light. I got ants all over this. They're probably coming off that tree. The little suckers. I just wiped a bunch of them off already. But it's gone. All right, crisis has been averted. So we just pulled forward a little bit. Truck's still kind of level. It's level enough for me. And this is what I like about this 270. So before we had the awning that came out to the sides, the one that came off the back. If I had to move the truck, I'd have to put all that stuff up, makeshifted it, you know, out of the way. This one, all I did was raised up that leg that we had put down that doesn't even need to be down, and just rolled forward a little bit, and we're good to go. No more ants. Can't stand ants. I hate them almost as much as I hate bees. All right, well, it's time to deal with this tent. This is going to be the first time I've set this tent up with this awning on it. I already know there's going to be a couple issues that we're going to have to work around. I also know we're not going to be able to use the springs for the rainfly that kind of helps with the air in the fashion that they were designed. So we're going to have to come up with something there. You know, whatever. Challenge. Got to do what you got to do. Here's a little trick too, is I leave this front Velcro attached, although it's coming undone right there just because the tent didn't go away very well. And then we just fold over the cover and just put it right here. That way when it's time to get it back on, it's here, it slides right on. This end's already attached. You may have to fiddle with it just slightly, but so far with this tent, that's what works for me. Just like that, and it just sits there. See if we can make one of these work. Because even one will be okay. Yeah, I think we can, actually. All right, perfect. Okay, that'll work. That at least gets us some airflow, and then I can take a guy line on that one and stretch it out to the end of the awning over here where there's an eyelet, and I think that's what we'll do right now. All right, we just took another guy line, put a little carabiner on it. If we can't clip it there, pull that up there. At least get some cross ventilation going. I'm gonna have some other trouble on the other side too, but we'll deal with that in a minute. Here's our scenario with the other rainfly. It's gonna, runs right into that. So we'll have to put some guy lines on that and stretch them out to the ends of the awnings over here. There's tie-offs here and here. So I think that'll have to be the scenario for that. We're gonna need that in the rain, obviously. All right, so we went ahead and did it. Had the time, might as well get it set up for the next time. I think that'll work. All right. So you may have heard me complain about how uncomfortable this mattress is, because it is. It's not tolerable. So I bought something else, and we're gonna mess with that right now. Big Agnes Captain Comfort, you can see that. It is, I bought it, it's my money, for my comfort. It is, I think it's, yeah, 52 wide, 78 long, 5 inches thick. So it's not gonna take up the entire footprint in here, which I don't really mind, especially in the summer. Maybe in the winter I might, but we'll figure something out. But Like I said, 5 inches thick. It's an air mattress, but it's self-inflating. It's got foam in it. We're gonna throw that bad boy up there and see how comfortable it is tonight. Because if this works and I can keep that other mattress out, I'll be able to keep my pillows, my blankets, everything inside the tent, which I can't do right now. It doesn't close very well when I do that. So let's play with this. Roll it out. Takes up most of the footprint. And we'll take these and pull those open like that. And that should allow the mattress to self-inflate. So we'll leave those open and we'll go do other things. We got a new goodie, a new camp kitchen knife here that you might recognize the name. This is the, I call it the kitchen, the camp kitchen is the name of it, LT Wright. I grabbed the paperwork that I have for it. Just so I can give you the right information. It is, it's got a 12-inch overall blade, or overall length. The blade is 7 inches. It is AEB-L steel. Blade thickness is 0.117 inches, and it weighs 9.9 ounces. Made in the USA. But if you haven't held a LT Wright knife, the grips and the handles on these things are just, the ergonomics are just amazing. Good old Spam. Some Spam jelly everywhere. All right, so we just cut this. Ooh. Oh. Ever so slicey this bad boy is. Wow. All right. I haven't been disappointed by any of my LT Wright knives. Matter of fact, I think I have another one. I do have another one coming. That all together, which we did. All right, let's do with that. Piece of cheese on here. That. Get our hot side down. Ooh, hot, hot, hot. Probably gonna be really hot. Oh. It's nice and hot. It's definitely good. It's not as good as the one I made on the scuttle and then put it on a everything bagel. That was good. A little bit more flavor. All right, let me wolf this down and get my mesh cleaned up. Ooh, sun's going down. It's starting to get a little chilly. I want to take a second here and you guys have seen my my mugs, I'm sure, my coffee mugs, and the engraving on there. I talked about him before. It's a PPC laser. There's always been a link in every video for this guy. It's a disabled veteran, doing a great job. He has made all kinds of different things for me. Things I've paid for. We did a Zippo. And then the other day, out of the blue, just because he wanted to thank me for having the link in there every time, sent me an engraved pocket knife, and also sent 3 of the engraved whiskey glasses, which I thought was, tremendously generous, because we don't have a sponsorship going. I pay for the products that I want, and he just sent those out of the goodness of his heart. So if you need anything for just anything, an event, or just as a gift, and you just want to engrave something, he can engrave almost anything. So anyway, just keep that in mind. I just thought I'd give the guy a shout out because he did me a solid. I hung up the OG Devos here. I forgot all about that. This company here, Klarus with a K, had sent me this light to actually give it a whirl, see what I thought about it. And so this is the CL2. They have a CL2 Pro. They didn't have that available for me, but this is, I think, 10,000 milliamps. Yeah, 10,000 milliamps, Type-C charging, power bank function. You can recharge off of it. It's IPX5. So, mostly waterproof, but not a lot. But, yeah, I forgot I was going to try this out. So we'll take down the other one. We'll get this one out. Well, I guess we'll just check it out first because I may have to charge it. Okay, so it's got these, which are kind of nice. You can, any angle you need them, if you want to set it somewhere and have it, the projective light somewhere. So there's, I'll have to try them out at night. It's going to be a lot nicer, I think. Then you got more white. I don't even know how to use this thing. Let me figure out how to use this and we'll come back to it. But in the meantime, I'm going to get it on the charger. So inside the box, it had another little box. That's probably got the destructions in it. We'll get those out. Because I know it's got like a red LED function. All kinds of things. Comes with charging cable and its own carabiner. Okay, we'll figure it out. We'll play with it as soon as it's all charged up. We'll get it hung up and play with it. All right, let's go check on our mattress and see how we're doing. We'll top her all the way up and put the cap on. Call it good. Yeah, we're pretty full. All right, that's pretty comfy. We'll find out tonight. All right, it's after 7, so it is probably time to get this started. A little bit of peppered bacon. Forgot about that. This thing is just super sharp. They're turned up. 4, 6, 8. There's 1,000. Probably should do the bacon on 1,000, I'm thinking. All right. Lickety split. She's hot. In goes the bacon. All right, this first little batch is done. Yeah, those are good. Bun done next. Try something a little different here. Holy guacamole. I'm telling you right now, this full flat grind, man. The narrow of it. Wow. I can smell bread toasting. Oh yeah, look at that. Perfect. Let's get this guy in there. This one's done as well. Perfect. Ready for some cheese. I think we'll do 2 pieces. Put our lid back on there. mayo on here. Toss our bacon back in. Cheese is melted, so we're good. Get our top on. All right, so I have no idea what the internal temperature is going to be. First time I've ever cooked anything on this, really, besides a steak. It's done. It's over. That's okay. I'm more of a medium rare guy on burgers, but it's a done burger. But not too far. It'll be dark in about an hour, and we'll probably crawl ourselves up in the tent and watch a movie. Already watched one this afternoon while you weren't looking. All right, let's do this. It's getting better. So I didn't really go too much over. Good. All right, so I'm actually pretty impressed with this little light. It's gonna probably blind you, but I like that it can just be like that. I can just point, one off to one side if I need it, down over here. It's got, so we'll turn it off. And so if you press and hold, it turns the whole thing red. So it's got a whole red thing, emergencies or whatever. Press it again, it flashes. Press again, it's off. So we'll just turn it on, and it's the lowest setting there. There goes one more, and one more. And then goes to a white light. And then back to off. And then if you double click it, it's got a little bottom spotlight dealy, which is kind of cool. So yeah, it's a good little light. We'll see how long it lasts tonight, but I'll turn it back on full blast. 2, 3. All right. We'll leave it on high. See how long it lasts. All right. So all the lights we installed are on. Doing their thing. It's not a grip of light, not a ton, but it's creating everything it needs to create. For just some standard lighting, So I'm pretty happy with that. Hopefully you don't have any weird glares on there. I know these LED lights, at least on these phones, like to cast a little green shadow. All right, guys, that's it for me. It's dark. It's 8:40 now, so we'll get everything turned off, climb upstairs, see you guys in the morning. Morning. All right, it's 4:30. I have to wake up here, start picking up in here, and we'll meet you guys back downstairs once get it all picked up in here. That's how well those lights work in the cab. It's pretty great. All right, let's see what we're doing here. Input. She's a boiling. All right, let's get her turned off here. Make some coffee. All right, guys, good morning. Cheers. Time for some coffee, and we'll start working on picking up most of this stuff. The sun's up. I've got half the stuff out of the tent, so we just have to deflate that air mattress and figure that whole process out on how I'm going to leave it all in there. Nice and quiet this morning. I ran the truck for 10 minutes about the time it took to make the coffee, and that charged everything back up to 100%. I only used 20% maybe, if that, off one of them. But that's just because, you know, I love that ice cold refrigerator, and it's great, but it's a power hog. I mean, it's constantly sucking 50 watts. I mean, it's, unless it's really, really cold outside, but when it's hot like this, things running pretty much 24/7. So, you know, it'll burn down one of those 1,000-watt generators in what, 20 hours? So, yeah, you just got to stay on top of it. Anyway, cheers. This little light's a pretty good light. I have to admit it. I do like the versatility of, you know, being able to have different angles, things like that. You know, with the other lighting that we have here, it's kind of one and done. You get what you get. So this was kind of nice, actually, for maneuvering it around camp and doing a few little things where I wanted to direct some light. It's lasted all night, lasted all day, or all morning. Still going strong. I can recommend this for sure. I'll probably do a time test just out of curiosity. I'll probably just leave it running until it dies and see how long it takes. But I like the fact that it's also usable as a recharging station, you know, so it's a 10,000 milliamp battery in here. This seems to be a really good amount for getting things done, charging up some phones a couple times, things like that. So, you know, just another way to have power for all your devices. Now, you know, a lot of you guys could care less about all this electric stuff, you know, and I get that. It's totally your deal. If you know, I mean, old school is old school. I mean, grew up that way. That's how I started camping. I like all the electric stuff. I just think, you know, it's the wave of the future. And, you know, with all the burn bans and everything else that's going on, you know, sooner or later, you know, you're not even going to be allowed to have your propane stoves or your propane fire pits the next time somebody burns something down with one of those. So I'm just trying to get myself, you know, in position for the future. But anyway, good product, the Klarus CL2. I'll have a link for this, for the mattress, for the new kitchen knife that we brought out, the Stoke Voltaics electric stuff that we did the coffee water on, and we cooked dinner and lunch and everything on yesterday. So we'll do that, and then let's keep packing up. It's a never-ending thing, but I'm glad we got the tent squared away. Yeah, so that's definitely the best night of sleep I've had up there with that mattress. Pretty happy with it. Obviously, we're going to have to do some more nights, and you know, before I can like review it. For what it costs, it's significantly cheaper than a Hest. And I've never slept on a Hest, but like I said, that felt amazing. And then I know there's another one, I can't think of the brand name right now. It's an Amazon special, I believe, that everybody seems to be raving over. That's cheaper than this one, but I kind of prefer Big Agnes products, always have. I like how their customer service, I've had to deal with them a couple times. They've been great. For the price I paid, can't beat it, hands down. It's almost exactly what that Amazon special was. I think maybe just a little bit more. Anyway, thanks for watching again. If you're new here, I appreciate it. You know, if you consider liking and subscribing, it would really help the channel. For those that are returners, I love it. I love that you guys keep coming back time and time again. Anyway, let's mosey on out here.